Good morning! Let's continue with our lesson. Principal components of accounting process. You have here first identifying. This component of the accounting process is the recognition or non-recognition of business activities as accountable events. Remember that not all business activities are accountable. An event is accountable if it has an effect on the economic resources and or obligations of the business. So in the next chapter, we would be introducing to you new terms na hindi pa natin nababanggit dito sa chapter 1. So as of now, let's take the definition as they are muna. Next, measuring. If the event is identified to have an effect on the economic resources and or economic obligations of the business, the next question is by how much? This component of the accounting process is the assigning of peso amounts. So, kailangan meron siyang peso value or peso face. It must be, ang sabi natin, quantifiable. Communicating. This component of the accounting process is the preparation and distribution of accounting reports to users of accounting information. This is the reason why accounting has been called the language of business. At this phase, gagawa na tayo ng financial statements, or at least we will aid management in making their financial statements. Forms of business organization. Classification according to ownership. Sole or single proprietorship. A sole or single proprietorship is a form of business organization owned by only one individual. So yun yung tatandaan mo, yun yung keyword mo. Sole proprietor, only one individual. According to ownership, ito yung number of owners of a certain business class. So pag sinabing sole proprietorship, isa lang ang may-ari. Pag sinabing partnership, it is two or more persons. Corporation naman, it is five or more. Ayan. Under the old corporation law. Kasi ngayon may bago na. It will be discussed in your partnership and corporation accounting. Pwede na kasi ang isa. Okay, so let's not talk about that now. So as of now, let's go over the definition ng partnership. Okay. Article 1767 of the New Civil Code of the Philippines defines partnership as an association of two or more persons who bind themselves to contribute money, property, or industry to a common fund with the intention of dividing the profits among themselves. Take note, dito ang nag-define ng partnership ay batas, Article 1767. So usually, pag pinaparecite ng teacher yan, kailangan verbatim. Ibig sabihin, kailangan ma-recite mo siya word by word sa kasamaang palad. Kasi pag may nawala dyan, maiiba yung ibig sabihin ng batas. Kasi ganun talaga pag law ang nag-define. Corporation Code, sabi, defines a corporation as an artificial being created by the operation of law having the right of succession and the powers, attributes, and properties expressly authorized by law or incident to its existence. Ito pa isa, Corporation Code ang nag-define. So you have no choice. If you're asked to recite this, dapat word by word. Ayan. Here are the advantages of a sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. I hope, again, you have time to screen capture this if you want to take note. And here are the noted disadvantages. Okay, number 2. Classification of business according to activity. Yan, you have service, merchandising or trading, and manufacturing. Pag sinabing service, yung serbisyo mo, yung ibinibenta mo. Meaning to say, there is no tangible something that you give to the customer or to your client. So, for example, repair shops, security agencies, janitorial agencies, laundry shops, beauty parlor, dental clinic, massage parlors, and accounting firms. Merchandising or trading. Merchandising or trading firms are those companies engaged in purchasing goods that are ready to be sold. Ibig sabihin, buy and sell. You buy the merchandise, you do not do anything with it, and you sell them to your customers. Okay? You do not alter its form, hindi mo binabago, wala kang ginagawa. Buy and sell nga lang. Pag sinabing manufacturing, you would have to buy raw materials, okay? And you have to exert effort on it to change it in another form, and you would have to sell it to your customers in another form. So say for example, sabi dito, you are a manufacturer of bokayo, you are hollow block manufacturer or a furniture manufacturer or a garment factory, sabi dyan. So if you make hollow blocks, hindi mo siya bibilhin na hollow blocks at ibibenta ng hollow blocks. That would be merchandising. Pag sinabing manufacturing, bibili ka ng raw materials to make the hollow blocks. Ano ba yung raw materials ng hollow blocks? So, merong buhangin, merong simento, yan, lalagyan ng direct labor, mag-hire ka ng gagawa. Bibili ka rin ng pulburon, ayan, para mas makapit. Hindi, joke lang. Okay class, so attendance muna tayo. Please let me know you're present by hitting the subscribe button and saying present in the comment section. Bilang reward naman sa'yo sa paggawa mo yan, I will be giving you a free book. So, wala namang mawawala sa'yo, subukan mo lang. Say present in the comment section below. I will be posting my personal Facebook account and you would have to message me there. Sasabihin mo sa akin yung pangalan mo, yung address mo, and then yung name ng school mo. You just try, please. Subukan mo, wala namang mawawala sa'yo. I will be mailing the book to you via LBC at wala kang gagastusin, wala kang gagawin bukod sa, syempre, pagdating sa bahay ninyo, tatanggapin mo lang yung libro and that would be it. That would be my gift to you for being one of the first few subscribers. I would have to choose from the first few subscribers. So that would be my thank you gift for you. Let's continue with the lesson. Hindi kasali yun. Yun, you get that, okay? Manufacturing business. The accountancy profession. In March 17, 1923, the accounting profession was given its formal recognition by the Philippine government by enacting the law to regulate the practice of accountancy. So, sinasabi dito, in the Philippines, in order to qualify to practice the accountancy profession, a person must be a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy and pass a government examination, a very difficult government examination. That is the CPA board exam given by the PRC and the BOA, Professional Regulation Commission and Board of Accountancy. Here are the 4 areas where you can practice your profession as an accountant. It may be practice of public accountancy, practice in commerce and industry, practice in academe, or practice in the government. So, just to cut the story short, pag ikaw ay nasa practice of public accountancy, you are an external auditor usually. Okay? And you are to express your opinion regarding the fairness of the presentation of financial statements. So, nasubukan mo na bang ma-elect as classroom auditor? Anong trabaho ng isang classroom auditor? Sir, para mag-audit. Ayan. Oo nga, paano ka nga mag-audit? How do you perform your task? How do you perform your function? I-check mo kung tama yung alin, yung nire-report na pondo, okay? Kung ano man yung sources nyo ng funds inside the classroom. So, you will check the fairness. Ganon din pag ikaw ay nasa public accountancy. Ito yung more extensive definitions. Ayan. So, letter B. Practice in commerce and industry. So, short definitions na lang tayo. If your employer is a private entity or private individual, then you're practicing your profession in commerce and industry. In academe, itong ginagawa ko ngayon, nagtuturo ako. I am practicing my profession in the academe, teaching. Practice in the government. If your employer is the government, okay, to cut the story short, you're practicing your profession in the government. Generally accepted accounting principles. This is the old term. Nonetheless, in essence, it's still the same. It just means standards. Purpose of accounting standards. Purpose of accounting standards. The overall purpose of accounting standards is to identify proper accounting practices for the preparation and presentation of financial statements. Financial Reporting Standards Council. Ayan. Composition of the FRSC, 15 members with 1 chairman. So yung 14, manggagaling sa mga areas na to. Board of Accountancy, Securities and Exchange Commission, BSP, etc. The approved Statement of Financial Accounting Standards are now known as PAS, Philippine Accounting Standards, and PFRS, or Philippine Financial Reporting Standards. International Accounting Standards Committee moved toward IAS, or International Accounting Standards. In the past kasi, ang sinusundan nating standards dito sa Philippines, American Standards. However, we completely moved to IAS because of many reasons, some of which are listed here. Users and their information needs. So ito na yung sinabi natin kanina. Financial accounting and managerial accounting only differ with the audience that they serve. Pagka financial accounting, it serves external users. Pagka naman managerial accounting, it serves internal users. So sino-sino ba yung mga internal users? Number 1, you have management, employees, owners, among others. External users, creditors, investors, customers, governments and other regulatory authorities, and the public. Qualitative characteristics of information in financial statements. So, here we have a diagram. I hope you have time to screen capture if you'd want. Fundamental qualitative characteristics. Ito, mahalaga to. Number 1, relevance. The information provided in financial statements must be relevant to the decision-making needs of the users. Information has the quality of relevance when it is capable of influencing the economic decisions of users by helping them evaluate past, present, or future events, or confirming or correcting their past evaluations. Elements of relevance, remember, you have here predictive value, confirmative value, and materiality. Predictive value, ano ibig sabihin nun? If the information helps the management or the intended users, usually the management, in order to anticipate or forecast the future, it has a predictive value. Letter B, confirmative value. Information has confirmative value if it confirms or changes previous evaluations. For example, the income statement provides information as to whether or not a company met earnings expectations. Letter C, materiality. Information is material and therefore has relevance if its omission or misstatement could influence the economic decisions of users made on the basis of the financial statements. Materiality is related to both the nature of an item and its size or misstatement. Immaterial items are not relevant to the economic decision. It is said, class, that materiality is relative. Ibig sabihin nun, what is material to one company may not be material to another. Say for example, pag ang isang malaking corporation nawalan ng 500 pesos, tingin mo material ba sa kanila yon? Hindi. Okay, however, pag ang isang sari-sari store, tingin mo nawalan ng 500 pesos, is that material? Yes, so materiality is relative. Faithful representation is the truthful expression in the financial statements of what really happened or existed. Here are its elements: completeness, neutrality, free from material error. Pag sinabing complete, it means having all the necessary parts. But having all the necessary parts sometimes compromises cost-benefit. So you must weigh, trade-off yan eh. If you really want a complete information, at what cost? So, titignan mo naman yun. Neutrality. It must be free from bias. So, self-explanatory. Free from material error. Material error means information meets a minimum level of accuracy, so it does not distort what is being reported. Pag sinabing material, it means important, such as it will have a great impact on the decision of the decision maker. Next, enhancing qualitative characteristics. First is comparability. Pag sinabing comparability, ito yung kakayanan ng isang tumitingin dun sa financial data to note similarities and differences because such data from one period to another has been prepared in a consistent manner. So sabi dito, Hence, the measurement and display of financial effects of like transactions and other events and conditions must be carried in a consistent way in order to facilitate comparability. Next, verifiability. Ibig sabihin nito, yung result na nakuha ng isang observer ay makukuha rin ng isang observer, although not exactly using the same data. When that happens, the information is said to be verifiable. Timeliness. This involves providing the information within the decision time frame. Of course, the information must be supplied bago gawin yung decision because the information loses its usefulness. Mawawalan siya ng halaga pagka binigay mo siya pagkatapos ng magawa yung decision. So, dapat the information must also be timely. Next, understandability. The information provided in the financial statement should be presented in a way that makes it comprehensible by users who have reasonable knowledge of the business and economic activity. So, ibig sabihin nito, dapat yung financial information that you supply to the intended users will be to their level of understanding for it to become useful to them. Okay, class. So, that's the bell already. That's it for this meeting. So, ganun-ganun lang, class. A few minutes of your time every day, imbis na kung ano-ano yung pinapanood mo, just make it a habit to watch our videos bilang tulong na rin dun sa sarili mong pag-aaral. Why? Kasi tatandaan mo, hindi lahat ng nababasa mo ng mag-isa ay maririnig mo. At hindi din lahat ng mga naririnig mo ay mababasa mo. Tulungan yan. So with that, see you in our next meeting. See you in the next lesson.